Hey friend, so today I'm going to make a really cute project using a Dollar Tree frame, a wood round, and some fabric. So I have one of these Dollar Tree frames, and I took the backer and I traced it on another heavy piece of cardstock that was black and cut it out, and I painted it in the color sheepskin. And I did that because I wanted you to be able to see this dark brown. The cardstock was black. And the paint color I'm using, the brown I'm using, is Home Decor acrylic paint in the color Burnt Umber. And I just really wanted you to see that brown, and if I'd have painted it on the black, it wouldn't have shown up. So I'm going to dry it off. And then I'm going to take and put this same Burnt Umber paint in a little cup, and I'm going to add some Liquitex uh, fluid medium, and I'm doing that because I'm going to be using this to paint that plastic frame, and I wanted to make sure it would stick. This is another way, if you don't have bonding boss, to ensure that your acrylic paint sticks to anything plastic. So I mix those together and I'm painting it, and it's that same paint, that Burnt Umber, and I painted it. And now I'm going to paint the wood round in the color Red Barn, and it's chalk paint from Nicole with Afraid Not. And then I have two black half beads, and that I get these little beads from Amazon, and they're really shiny, and I don't like that they're shiny, so I usually take my AFK chalk paint in the color Crazy Crow, and I paint over the top of them, and it gives them more of that matte finish. This is a step that if you don't care, you wouldn't have to do. It's just personal preference. So drying those up. So now I'm looking for my sander. I had misplaced my sander to just sand that just a little bit, give it a little bit of a distress. And now, just to make doubly sure that this paint doesn't come off that frame, I'm putting on a top coat, and I'm using the Paint Couture Dead Flat top coat, and I'm just putting a coat of that on top, just to make sure the paint doesn't scratch off. So I put my frame back together, and I'm going to glue the wood round in the center, and I'm using my Type Bond Speed Set glue. And I'm going to glue the nose and the eyes down. And I'm using the same glue to glue down the eyes. And this will be my final Christmas in July project. Hopefully, you can tell what it's going to be yet. So then I was going to use the DIY black wax, and I decided to sand the frame just a little bit to give it a little bit of distressing. Just a little. And then I'm going to take the black wax and go around the frame and the wood round. And this is a step you wouldn't have to do if you didn't want to. I like that look, but you wouldn't have to do that if you don't want to. So I have these, I buy these wreaths at Hobby Lobby because they work great to pull apart to use on projects. And I'm going to pull a couple of those off, little pine boughs or pine branches, and going to glue them to the top of the frame. And I wanted them to look like they had some snow on them, so I'm using that same sheepskin, the Home Decor sheepskin, and I'm dry brushing over the top of the branches. And then I'm going to glue them to the back of the frame. Maybe you can tell now what I'm making. And glue them down with some cute little antlers. And I was having a little bit of trouble getting that one of them to glue down, and I had to redo it. Yeah, I had to take it off of there and add some more glue and re-glue it down. And then it finally stayed. So now I had some frosted berries that I also got from Hobby Lobby, and I wanted to add, just give this little reindeer a little pop of color, and so I'm going to add those in there with my branches. Straightening it all out. It's kind of bent up, so, and then I'm going to add it, the other one. So that's what it's looking like so far. And now I'm going to make a bow, and I just have some cheesecloth and a piece of lace and some plaid Christmas fabric that I got the other day at Hobby Lobby. So we'll tie that up and use my bow dabber to make the bow and tighten it up and fluff it out. Trim it up. And kind of play with it. If you were wondering what I was doing, there was something white all over the frame, and I wanted to blow it out of the way before I glued the bow on there. So we just glued it right there at the top, the bow. And I kind of straighten it all up, trim it up a little bit more. It was kind of hanging in his face. Okay, so then I got a rusty bell, and I'm going to glue that to the center of my bow. And the branches were still trying to come up, so I took some fabric that I had left, and I cut a couple little pieces, and I hot glued those down over the branches, over the back of them, just to secure them a little better. And I don't do this on the video, but I do take a piece of jute rope and a little piece and make a little hanger, and put a hanger on the back of this, so you have a way to hang it up. So now I just got some blush that I've had on hand, and we're going to give them some little cheeks. And then I've got a white paint pen and a black paint pen, and the white one I'm just going to add a little detail to the nose, and then I'm going to use the black one and add a little mouth, And there you have it, a cute little reindeer made from one of the Dollar Tree frames. This is Robin with Zimmy Simple Designs. Thank you for watching.